What if I told you the real reason you're not earning as much as you want isn't your job, your education, or even the economy? It's a single belief deep in your brain that's keeping you stuck. John Assaraf grew up broke, living in a tiny apartment, struggling with self-doubt and fear. But what changed his life wasn't a lucky break or secret investment strategy. It was discovering the one money belief that had controlled his choices for years and learning how to break free. Think about it. How many times have you set a financial goal, started strong, and then sabotaged yourself? What if you could spot the belief that's holding you back and rewire your brain for wealth, just like John did? Stay with me because in the next few minutes, you'll see how one shift in mindset can open the door to more money, more confidence, and a life you never thought possible. Most of us grow up with money advice, like work hard, save every penny, or invest in your future. But no one ever teaches us how our brains, our beliefs, fears, and subconscious patterns secretly run the show. John Assaraf learned this the hard way. For years, he worked harder and harder but always hit the same invisible ceiling. No matter how much he wanted success, something always seemed to pull him back. It wasn't until a mentor asked him a straightforward question, "What do you believe about money?" that everything changed. Here's the shocking part. Research now proves your brain can literally be wired to attract or repel wealth based on beliefs you picked up as a child. If you think you're bad with money, not worthy, or that money is hard to get, your brain will find a way to make those beliefs real no matter how hard you try to fight it. If you're ready to break through your limits and start building real wealth from the inside out, hit subscribe now because what you'll learn next might be the missing link you've been searching for. The Millionaire Brain Code. Identifying your money story. Imagine this: two people start with the same education, the same opportunities, even the same work ethic. However, one breaks through to financial freedom, while the other remains stuck, living paycheck to paycheck. Why? It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's their money story, the hidden beliefs and scripts about wealth that run in the background of their minds. John Assaraf refers to this as your millionaire brain code. When he first heard the term, he thought it was just another self-help buzzword. But then he started paying attention to his thoughts. Money is hard to get. People like me never get rich. If I succeed, others will judge me. He realized he had been programmed since childhood by parents, teachers, and society to expect struggle, not abundance. The shocking truth? Most of your money beliefs were formed before you turned 7 years old. And unless you identify them, they'll run your financial life on autopilot forever. So how do you uncover your money story? Start by asking, what did you hear about money growing up? How did your parents talk about wealth and success? What emotions come up when you think about having or losing money? John discovered that the first step to change is awareness. You can't change what you don't see. But once you shine a light on your old money code, you can start to reprogram it and rewrite your financial future. But here's the million-dollar question. Can your brain be rewired for wealth? That's what neuroscience now proves, and it's the next secret John unlocked. Neuroplasticity, rewiring your brain for wealth. For decades, scientists believed your brain and your beliefs were fixed. But thanks to groundbreaking research in neuroscience, we now know the truth. Your brain is plastic. It can change, adapt, and form new connections at any stage of life. This is what John Assaraf calls the ultimate money hack. He learned that every time you repeat a thought, feel an emotion, or act in a certain way, you're wiring your brain to repeat that pattern, good or bad. If your old money code is holding you back, you can reprogram it through a process called neuroplasticity. Here's how it works. When you consistently focus on abundance, possibility, and growth, your brain begins to build new pathways, making those beliefs your default setting. Daily practices like positive affirmations, visualization, and even writing out your financial goals are more than just woo-woo habits. They're science-backed tools for changing your mental software. John began each morning with a ritual. He'd close his eyes, visualize his biggest financial goals as already achieved, and repeat powerful affirmations like, "I am worthy of wealth," or "Opportunities flow to me." At first it felt awkward, even fake, but over time something incredible happened. He began to notice more opportunities, took smarter risks, and overcame setbacks with newfound confidence. The lesson? Your mind doesn't care if a belief is true or false. It simply follows what you feed it over and over until it becomes automatic. But changing your thoughts alone isn't enough. You need daily habits that turn new beliefs into real results. Daily rituals for financial growth. If you want to rewire your brain for wealth, you need more than just positive thinking. You also need daily rituals that help new beliefs take hold. John Assaraf didn't just hope for change. He built it into his routine, treating his mindset like a muscle that needed training every single day. Here are some of the rituals he and other high achievers use to shift their money code for good. Morning affirmations. Begin your day by stating your goals and beliefs aloud. Instead of "I hope to be rich," say "I am becoming wealthier every day through my actions and choices." Visualization. Spend a few minutes seeing yourself already living your goals. Picture the details. Where are you? What are you doing? How does it feel? This mental rehearsal helps your brain treat your dreams as real, so you naturally look for ways to achieve them. Writing goals daily. John wrote his top financial goals every morning by hand. Studies show this boosts commitment and keeps your brain focused on what matters. Gratitude journaling. List 3 things you're grateful for even before you see big results. This keeps your mindset in a state of abundance, rather than one of lack. Facing fears and limiting beliefs. Whenever self-doubt or fear of failure came up, John didn't push it aside. He wrote it down, challenged it, and reframed it. Is this belief true? What would I do if I didn't believe it? One of John's biggest breakthroughs came when he combined these rituals, affirming, visualizing, and facing his fears, into a money morning routine. Within months, he was making bolder decisions, spotting new opportunities, and most importantly, enjoying the process of growth. But there was still one thing holding many people back: mental sabotage and deep-seated limiting beliefs. Overcoming mental sabotage and limiting beliefs. Even with the best rituals, old patterns can sneak back in. Why? Because your brain is hardwired to protect you from change, even change that leads to success. John Assaraf discovered that no amount of hard work would help if he continued to sabotage himself with hidden fears and doubts. He'd find himself procrastinating on big opportunities, settling for less, or second-guessing every decision. Sound familiar? These are signs of mental sabotage. Deep beliefs like, "I'm not smart enough to manage money. If I get rich, people won't like me. Success is risky. It's safer to stay where I am." So how do you break the cycle? Step 1. Catch your limiting beliefs in action. Whenever you feel stuck or anxious about money, ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? Who told me this story, and is it true? Step 2. Reframe and replace. If your mind says, "You always fail," challenge it with evidence of times you succeeded. If it whispers, "Money is evil," remind yourself of how wealth can be used for good. Step 3. Act against the fear. Assaraf practiced taking small risks, investing a little more, starting conversations with mentors, or saying yes to projects that scared him. Each time he acted despite fear, his confidence grew, and the old beliefs lost their grip. Here's the powerful part. Your brain changes not just when you think new thoughts, but when you take new actions, no matter how small. So ask yourself right now, what's one belief or habit that's been holding you back financially? And what's one step you can take today to challenge it? Because the only way to rewire your brain for wealth is to practice being the person you want to become. But how do you turn new beliefs into lasting real-world results? That's the next and most important step. Action and results. Wiring your brain for more. This is where most people give up right before the breakthrough. You can read all the books, repeat all the affirmations, and visualize your goals every morning. But if you don't act on your new beliefs, your brain will default back to old habits. John Assaraf realized that lasting change comes from linking new thoughts directly to new behaviors. Every time he took a step, big or small, toward a financial goal, his brain built stronger, faster connections between his belief and action. Here's how you can do the same. Start before you feel ready. Don't wait for perfect confidence. Take one small action today. Make a call, ask for advice, invest in learning something new. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Your brain thrives on wins. Even if it's a tiny improvement, saving $10 by saying no to an old habit or reaching out for a new opportunity acknowledge it. Surround yourself with possibility. John sought out mentors, joined mastermind groups, and read stories of people who broke their limits. Environment matters. The more you're exposed to growth, the more your brain accepts it as usual. Review, refine, repeat. Reflect on what's working and what isn't. Adjust your approach without judgment. Remember, the brain learns by repetition, so keep showing up for yourself. Here's a challenge. What is one financial action you've been putting off? Write it down. Take the first step today and watch how each action, no matter how small, rewires your brain for even greater results. So what's the biggest mental block or habit keeping you stuck? Share your answer in the comments below, as you can change it once you've named it. Let's wrap it all up. If there's one lesson from John Assaraf's journey, it's this: wealth begins in your mind, not your wallet. You're not stuck with the money beliefs you inherited as a child. With awareness, new rituals, and consistent action, you can rewire your brain for more abundance and opportunity. Remember, identify your hidden money story, the beliefs shaping your financial results. Utilize the science of neuroplasticity by practicing daily rituals such as affirmations, visualization, and writing down your goals to instill new, empowering beliefs. Face your fears and limiting beliefs head on. Reframe them and take action despite them. Build momentum with consistent, even small steps toward your goals. Celebrate your progress. The path to wealth isn't just about working harder, it's about thinking differently, believing differently, and showing up for yourself in new ways. So what will you do today to train your brain for more money? Share one commitment or realization in the comments, and let's help each other grow. If you're serious about mastering your money mindset, there's one book you can't miss next: The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. It's the perfect companion to John Assaraf's ideas, diving even deeper into how our beliefs, emotions, and behaviors shape our financial destiny, often more than any spreadsheet or financial plan. You can find our full summary of The Psychology of Money right here on our channel, link in the description below. If you want to keep upgrading your mind and your wealth, that's the next video you need to watch. And if you found value in this breakdown, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your biggest money insight or question. Every week we break down the world's best books to help you grow richer in every sense, so don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.